What's up, guys? Toby, 50 Baits. Today we're doing a little color match to a Culpritt color. Not a hard color at all, but a very good color. I love this color. Moccasin. We're shooting it at a couple baits. The 7.5 inch curly and the speed worm. Got the sizes on it, but sorry about that part on the speed worm. I believe it was 5 and some change as well, but I went ahead and shot it one time just to make sure my colors are pretty close. Sometimes they are, sometimes they're not. This is actually a pretty easy color. Culpritt has a lot of flakeless colors, and I love Culpritt's colors because they use a lot of powders in their colors. So that's what we use today to set these colors up. These are the Angling AI 7.5 and their speed worm. So we've got the colors started. And it's pretty easy. I went with a black, and since they seem to use a lot of powders, we've used some. I used a Pearl-X black, and I used a copper from, I don't even know where I got that one from, but a very good color. And these are going to Louisiana with me next week. Woo, can't wait. I'll do some fishing while I'm there. We're gonna get on some of them teal. So I am more than ready. More than ready. Need a break. We're going to fish the salt water down there, and we're going to fish some fresh water. So it's going to be a blast. Matter of fact, that's what we call it. Cast and blast, blast and cast, whatever you want to call it. We'll hunt them teal in the morning, and then we'll turn around and go fish the afternoons. This copper is another one of the pearl type powders. Gives you a cool looking little effect in the glass. I'd show it to you, and we'll show you the baits a little closer when we get them made up. I'm sorry about the light today. As the sun, I'm here a little earlier than usual. The sun is beaming in my exhaust window. So, and this is the carbon black, or yeah, carbon black by Pearl-X. Get it at Hobby Lobby or whatever. Makes a deep, deep black. I went a little heavy with it because when you do two colors with black, you want to make sure that the other color doesn't bleed through the top if you go too thin. So I made this one a very, very solid black. And I love the effect it gives in the tails as well when you get a little mixture of both. Love it, great color. Probably could have went a little lighter with the black, but I put the powder to it, man, because if you fish with Culpritt worms, love their worms. They have a lot of colors, again, that are flakeless, but they appear to have powders in them. And I love their red shad. It's one of the colors I really love of theirs. Here, we don't get a big selection of it. I don't know why, of Culpritt stuff. So, I get a lot of people wanting color matches done, and I like that. Nothing wrong with that. I gotta clean this injector out from the other shoot, so. Oh. But we're doing 7.5 inch curlies. I am also going to have to do some open pour, the 10.5 big curly worm. Those take a while without me editing. I don't want to bore you with cooking them, getting them up to temperature and all that good stuff. So I'll just show you the ones that we're injecting. Lube this injector up. Always keep your injector lubed people have questions about why their injector doesn't feel great. I use worm oil. I have WD-40 up there, but I use it for like my little stone mold and stuff like that, or just tools laying around. But use a good oil or a good lubricant for your dual injector or your single injectors, either one. Just makes them move so much smoother, and you're not wearing that O-ring out from it not being lubed as bad. So keep that O-ring lubed really well. Again, I use worm oil. There's several people that use other things. Some use PAM or whatever it's called. Some use WD-40. Just remember that the O-ring needs to be lubed, and what it does is going to help keep from when you pull up on your bait or pull up on your injector to pull your colors in. If your O-ring isn't good and sealed in there, you're going to pull air in as well, where you can. So keep them things good and lubed. I want to show you this, why I like the powders so much. If I can get it to show. But I just love the effect of the powders better than, I also have a liquid copper colorant, but to me, oh boy, one of them days again already. But just gives a great effect. I love it. And again, if you look at Culpritt's worms, I think they use a lot of, I don't know, but I'm guessing, I think they use a lot of powders in theirs, which I love. So, used to fish a lot of those. Talked before and some other ones about the tomato worm, stuff like that. Awesome worms. And because we don't get a ton of, Walmart has them here, but only limited, you know, the colors you can get. So I get folks that want certain colors, and bam, that helps me out. But so we're going to shoot these in, like I said, 7.5 inch curly, as well as the speed worm, which I believe is 6. I believe, I don't even know. Getting old, man, I just forget stuff. I used to have it written on here. Talked about labeling your molds. I didn't label these, I just write on them with a Sharpie sometimes, and they don't always stay. So with this, of course, we'll be using the dual injector. And from other videos, I'm sure you know, we're using a bass tackle, or I'm using a bass tackle. Dual injector. We're doing a rich black over copper. Something close to their moccasin color. Nothing different, nothing unusual. Just using the old dual injector. The blending block will be here. And we're going to suck up both colors. Again, some people pour them into their injectors. I don't, but I suck them up. I'll pop it on because I just don't want that plastic stringing all the way across all these molds. Just makes a bigger mess than what I already have going on here. And give a good smooth push. And on these speed worms, a little bit thicker worms, so I like to hold pressure a little bit longer, just to make sure they don't dent or whatever. And always top off your sprue. I just had a bubble pop up there. We talked about it before. If you get bubbles pop up out of your sprue, sometimes it's a problem. Sometimes it's just air escaping. So, Lord have mercy. Got all kind of stuff going on here. There's our colors. And again, we use the pearl powders on these colors to make it look more like the Culpritt type worms. They have a decent following here. You know, people love their worms, but again, you only get them in certain colors here. Don't know why, but a lot of the mom and pops tackle shops now you know, it's getting to where there's not as many left, and that sucks because I like supporting the small business, the small mom and pop shops, and I don't know, I guess big money's just really hurting them, or big companies, Walmarts and stuff like that. But here's our colors. Again, this is the Moccasin color, or my version of it. I'm going off of pictures. Like I said, I do a lot of their other colors. But one of my boys from Louisiana loves this color. Says it's hard to find there now. Same as here, I guess. So, headed down there next week and we'll drop them off to him. Again, don't know that they use powders, but if you look at a lot of theirs, I love their red shade. It looks like it has powders in it. And so I've got a red that I use that also makes that color there. So, anyway, let's see how bad we did or how good we did. I'm going back to that because when I was saying I ain't expecting no problems, I have a problem. So, we're going to act like, man, I don't know if this is going to work or not, if it's going to work out, if the baits are going to feel. Let's open this 7.5 curly first. It's smaller, so not expecting any kind of problems. Oh, Lord. Oh, no. Oh, no. Love this color. I love copper in baits anyway. I go to the coast and fish a lot. Matter of fact, when we're in Louisiana, we're going to do salt water and fresh water. But I've got some shrimp that I make, and also some salmon eggs for trout fishing. Again, this is the Angling AI 7.5 inch curly. I don't know if it's always 7.5, but close enough. In the mold, I know it's not, but they measure it, you know, by hanging. So, I guess it is. Just talking junk. That is the 7.5 curly. And here, don't do it, come on, help me out, dang, come on. They never come out for me good, never, ever, ever. But here is the speedworm, also by Angling AI. Love the mold. It's one that honestly, this is the first time I have shot this mold in, oh, I don't even know, many months. I just don't get many orders for it. That's one of the molds I was getting ready to move, and maybe still will. Love when you get that little blend in the tails. Just awesome colors. Again, we're just trying to make a little version of a culprit worm. So, hopefully these are good enough for them down there. We're going to be taking off down there shortly. Well, it'll be Sunday, but very shortly. There is the both different sides of the speedworm. I also have the mag speedworm, but I really have never shot it but one time, and that was just to shoot it. But this would be more the size I would use if I use these type worms. It's just not something I fish with a lot, so I'm not real familiar with that type worm. Now the curlies, oh yeah, grew up fishing these things. So the 7.5 inch curlies are a great worm. I think everybody probably grew up throwing the cream worms. I saw they're coming back, or not coming back, but I've been seeing them more. Saw them at Walmart the other day. I was like, oh wow. Even the ones with the little hooks pre-rigged through it. Just brought back some older memories. Again, I don't know how old you guys are. I'm 50, so that helps bring back some good memories, you know, when you see stuff that you used as a kid. 7.5-inch curly, love it. Again, Angley AI, great mold, and as well as the Speedworm. I'm not sure what it's called officially on their site, but it may not be Speedworm, but that's basically what it is. It is a Speedworm type bait. So that's what we did. That's the colors we made, man. It's gonna be an awesome color, especially down there in Louisiana, and I'm sure here I may fish it some here too. It may make me a few as well. Appreciate you guys being here, if you don't mind. That's the mold from Angley AI. And like I said, I don't shoot it a whole lot. I don't know why, but maybe it's just around here. I think I've had 2 or 3 orders, maybe 4 or 5 at the most, of that type worm. Here it's a lot of finesse worms, trick or finesse worms, depending on which one you're doing, you call it or whatever. And those are them. These are the ones that are going to Louisiana and hopefully catching a lot of big bass. So appreciate you being here. If you don't mind, guys, hit that like and subscribe, and we'll bring some more content. I appreciate you guys that have subscribed. Getting close to, I don't know how many it is now, 3 something, but get up around 500. I want to do a big giveaway, man. Some of my glide baits, some of my painted stuff, whatever, do another giveaway. Again, I appreciate you guys watching, appreciate you being here. If you got colors you want to see, let me know. As soon as I get done with orders and get squared away, I think the next thing I'm going to do is the Core Shot swim baits. For a guy that's commented before, I promise I'm going to do them. I've been a little busy, my leg and my dad taking care of him, or not taking care of him, helping him out. He's getting older, so. But again, I appreciate you guys being here. Appreciate you watching. And you know the deal. Let's go catch some fish. Have a good one.